Hey there! Today's video is going to be a little bit different because we are going to talk about a special kind of love. Friendship. Yes, friendship is love. Is a kind of love that is not quite well understood for many persons here in our planet, because there are many cases where this kind of love transcends everything, and sometimes other people don't understand that strong feeling we have from a person with which we don't have intimacy nor proximity. Yes, friendship is a kind of love that is changing from life to life. There are some lives where that love can manifest itself as romantic, but there can be other lives where it will manifest just a friendship, just as a kind of love for which it's enough to know that the other person is fine, and you will always show the other person that you are here for her. I mean, you are ready to help anytime because your love for her transcends this existence of both of you. In order to make a connection with our story trip to Empalado, I'm going to tell you a special story of friendship between Azucena and a friend of hers named Firmino, who she used to know ever since she was 5 years old. My name is Azucena. Welcome to Sementtyal channel, and let's watch this special tribute to friendship.
Sementtyal.
Little Azucena had been taken to Santa Elena by her father, Juan Cosme, who followed the advice of Sora Delia, a nice nun who warned him that the girl was too clever and intelligent to stay in the small town of Empalado, where they lived and whose small school offered only elementary school. Azucena was delighted with the possibility of living in the big city, Santa Elena. It had only 2,000 inhabitants, but huge compared to the little town where she came from. However, she was also saddened by the fact that she had to part ways with her great childhood friend, Firmino. They had met when she was only 5 years old, he 7. Firmino, who had come from the city of Cecilio Baez, was the son of the teacher who had been hired to replace her mother, Oilda, in the job of teaching in the small village of Empalado, because Mrs. Oilda continued to have children, which was preventing her from going on with her career. And so, at the age of 12, precisely because she had gone to study in Santa Elena, 24 hours away on horseback, Azucena ended up having to part ways with that boy who, until then, she used to see every day. Time passed, but Azucena had never forgotten her little friend Firmino. And then, 8 years later, in one of those coincidences that only greater life is capable of creating, the two met again at a Christmas celebration in Empalado when she was already married and had a 2-year-old daughter. Don Negro had long since abandoned that life of single and ladies' man, now dedicating himself totally to the beloved with whom he had married and with whom he was madly in love. Returning to Firmino, Azucena did not recognize her little friend at first, since he had changed a lot. But Mrs. Oilda, her mother, recognized the once tiny Firmino as he greeted them effusively minutes before, and so she informed her doctor. Then Azucena returned to the young man and hugged him at length, initiating a dialogue that lasted a long time, while his girlfriend had been relegated to the background or completely out of any plan. Azucena never realized that after that night, Firmino got so enchanted with his beautiful friend, Azucena herself, that his girlfriend ended up leaving him hours later. And he honestly barely noticed that his girlfriend had left him. He was out of his mind. He couldn't believe the predicates of his little friend, who had even won some beauty contests before getting married. And another 22 years passed before Azucena, at 42, met him again in a supermarket in Asunción. He was already a widower and bald, but she found him even more charming at that age. Despite being alone in life, Azucena saw in him a handsome, prosperous and happy man. The two were so happy that they started chatting jokingly and wondering what their lives would have been like if they had gotten married. And they laughed a lot, feeling like they were children again. That different kind of love, which transcended lives, was still there untouched. And then Firmino decided to open up with his friend and reveal that he had dreamed of having more children, especially men, because he only had one daughter. Azucena, in turn, told him she felt that his dream would happen someday, because he deserved it, and that was her desire for him. Well, after that wonderful meeting, she returned to her residence in Curitiba, Brazil, and they never met again. But one day Azucena was informed that he ended up getting married a year after their delightful conversation in Asunción, after falling in love with a younger woman, having 2 boys with her. Well, Azucena left this world several years ago, we know. But Firmino, oh, he is still alive and resides in the city of Nimbi, relatively close to Asunción. And so, did you realize the deepness of the connection between Azucena and Firmino? She just wanted for him whatever he wanted for himself. This is unconditional love. And yes, it's necessary to exist in a true friendship relation. Okay? Well, wherever your friends are, be sure to send them a message from time to time, even if it's only a mental message. Yes, love is absolute and it can reach anyone because it transcends time and space. The power of friendship. See you in the next episode. Bye.
Mami pa kunyambe, jahaba ira kanyihabe, akotaru mai wipe nyamo poti berapa jawa peninya dikisuela kubia nyane suwinya mi hape asa je oke aja eraja hamija ike ibare kakabure jaiko jaiko ai me ape puha guamina ne oro waire di papi, así con guru pujapi, me abambol motivar. Coeja y cobaina, no coi bepe, cofuerere. Oño cuane coi huemilla, ya yo hijo por hacerte, ya nande temilla y que, puta pecare saí, a mi cabeza ruboare, ya hembru irañe. Hoy me endañe coi upa, cointe y ponaje coge, ya jaja huemberi ay no caru, ya ya, pepe ya yo pepe. Yo pidi de cujete, aunque mi cupino mute, hoy tú mi pago ya ya sé no pejaré, ya sé mi pendero cae. Tapi pero me ume, yande ñañón boyaru, o pero mi ñañando, aku beña neñe ame, unu por apete, y que iba moraiku. Guanara momara, se que te mantere yuva, se moi no vivo Florencia andaba.